Hi, I'm David Braybrook, and I'm putting this video together for Venti Vision. And I wanted to put something together that I thought would be impactful for the kind of days that we're going through in 2020. And so what I want to do is put together a list, so my top 10 list of things to do to keep in a good place mentally and from a personal growth perspective. So number one, get up early. This is by far to me the most important thing that I do on a regular basis to make sure that I'm up to attack the day, not kind of avoiding it, and puts me in the right frame of mind to start each day, whether it's a work day or not. I make a point to get up early and really feel like I'm attacking the day, attacking my goals. So close number two is to exercise every day. So no matter what that is for you, it's just a close second as far as the most impactful thing that I can do for myself to keep myself in a good place mentally, to keep motivated, to keep energized. For me, something I've done the last several years has been to shift to morning exercise. That's something that's worked great for me, but certainly a personal preference, but just to make sure that there's some activity going on every day. Number three is to read. I'm a bit of a fanatic on nonfiction reading, so for me, it's a big source of learning as well. So always reading nonfiction for me personally. I think it's important to continually learn, but just to make sure that we're spending time reading, I think especially before bed, try to not have the screens on too late, so that spend time before bed reading things that are positive. Again, for me, it's nonfiction, but just something that's going to put our mind in a good place. It's incredible what the mind can do in our subconscious. We want to set ourselves up for a good perspective overnight in our subconscious and set ourselves up for going back to number one, which is to be able to get up early. Number four is to be careful of what you take in. So from that perspective, I mean the opposite of number three, which is something like maybe watching all kinds of negative news, perhaps right before bed. It can put the mind in a very negative place throughout our subconscious as we sleep and as we rest. So just be careful what you're taking in, whether it's shows or news, whether it's news clips, anything that could be putting some negativity in our minds. Really want to try to avoid that. Obviously, with the kind of news that's going around these days in 2020, it's been difficult, but I think taking in any kind of content, really just ask yourself, is this something positive for me? What am I getting out of this? Is this a positive experience? Number five is what, not sure how common the term is, but a not to live a least lifestyle. So really try to focus on not extending yourself financially, not leasing or renting or subscribing to too many things, just ensuring that you're setting a budget, keeping to it. So much of the school of thought on this is to really, no matter what point you are in your journey as far as, earnings and, that type of thing, but just to make sure that you're setting a goal that is, much lower than your means, to make sure that you're always living in a much less stressful state. So to not live that least lifestyle. So whether it's cars, apartments, houses, condos, other toys, to make sure that you've got the important bills taken care of before getting into leasing things, toys, etc. So three, main for number six. So three main key areas that I look at around mental state is language, habits, and perspective. So we talked a bit about habits with getting up early, exercising every day, but language, making sure to be kind to yourself, not using language that's going to be deprecating, any language is going to put you in a bad state mentally. And then perspective, similarly as well. We have all the capability in the world to respond to a stimulus. So that time that we take to respond to something is where if we can elongate that time, really think about it, and then take a perspective of positivity once we respond to that stimulus or event, and that puts us into a place where we can avoid fear, anxiety, and that area of response. We can respond in a positive way, puts us in a very powerful place mentally. So language, perspective, and habits. And one big one that I've really felt is important over the years